Hey beautiful world, my name is Shana Rose Crawford and welcome back to the journey. Like I said in my last video what bettering yourself means. I want to help people to better themselves basically, and so this is a bonus video for tips and tricks on how to do that. I'm going to try to be fast because I know the last video was quite long and it had a lot of information, so you don't really need much more, but these are things like active techniques if people needed that more guidance. Firstly, you need to have a vision of who you want to be. So if you're just bettering yourself without knowing what sense of self you're aiming towards, then it's kind of just like running without seeing the finish line. It's hard to do and therefore you give up. But instead, if you have a vision like this is the Shana that I want to be, then I can aspire to be that person. And once you have a vision of who that is, you can then do the next point, which is have a plan of how to get there. Have a plan which is realistic and pinpoints that if I do this and I do that and I do this, then I will end up being this image of that person. But also you need to accept who you are and where you are right now. If you keep telling yourself I'm not happy with the person I am, then you're going to always feel unhappy and you're going to tell yourself that, oh, you're not good enough, and you're going to give yourself anxiety and depression because you feel like you're stuck in this ugly body and this horrible sense of self that you don't want to have. But instead, if you accept who you are and be comfortable with who you are, then you have this relief and again have a better mindset in order to better yourself and aspire towards a greater version of you, not a different you, which is a very careful way of wording that. A better version of you, not a different you. So the next one is to allow time. You need to have the time in order to do this. You can't expect to change overnight, and if you do expect that, then you're going to fall short. Instead, you need to understand that developing yourself and bettering yourself lasts over a lifetime. You're never going to be finished. You're never going to be an end product. Instead, you're going to keep on changing and challenging yourself over time. And once you accept that, you'll have this great sense of relief and it'll be less daunting as well. The next one is to reward yourself. So with everything that you do in order to better yourself, you need to reward yourself. So like with me, say, I've done yoga for the day. That's a really good thing. Or I've done yoga all week, every day, all week. That's really good. And then I'll reward myself with an hour of television or eating popcorn or something. Then that way your body will feel like, oh, if I do a good thing, you might as well. Oh, if I do a good thing, then I'm going to get rewarded for it. And therefore I'm going to want to do it again, you know? So work your way into doing that. Reward yourself. Challenge yourself. So generally with anything that you're doing, if you challenge yourself, then you're going to be able to better yourself. So set really hard challenges. Like, don't just keep making it easy for yourself. If you know that you're going to be able to do yoga for 5 minutes, then don't just say to yourself, I'm going to do yoga for 5 minutes. Obviously that's a great start, but if you already can do that with ease, then why aren't you trying to do it for 10 minutes? You know, that's how you get better. Do it for 10 minutes the next time, 15 minutes the time after, whatever. Just keep developing yourself and challenging yourself and doing more than you thought you could before. Use the time that you have. If you keep thinking that, oh, I need to go to work and I need to cook, I need to pick up the kids, I don't have any time to do anything, that's not true. Obviously, with me, I'm quite lucky. I have a lot of time to myself. I'm still young. I don't have as much responsibilities as other people. But there are loads of people in this world who have so many more responsibilities than you probably have, yet you're saying you don't have enough time in the day. There is time in the day, even if it's only 5 minutes of the day, even if it's only 10 minutes of the day, there is time left in your day to do something, anything. If you need to do it, if you want to be a better you, then you will make the time, you will find the time. Between classes, between lunch, when you're waiting in the car to pick up your kids, you can be listening to an audio book or listening to a tape that teaches you how to speak Spanish, okay? Fit your schedule of how to better yourself around your current life. There's no way that there's not enough time to do something, anything, even if it's a tiny thing, in order to get better. Start from the beginning. So as I say, you need to fit into how your life is now, and you need to accept who you are now. There's no point saying that I'll do it later, I'll do this when this happens, or when I have this, you know, because later will never come, tomorrow will never come, there is only now. And if you want to get better, you need to do it now. So start from the beginning. Know that I am this person, I need to do this, and I'm not good at this and I'm not good at that, and that's fine, but I want to be this, so I can do this. And then I should probably do this once I get there, and then do this once I get there. And then that's how it is. It's a set of steps, you know, and you need to reward yourself and be happy with yourself and see where you've come from each time you get up those steps, so that you don't feel like there's such a long mountain left to climb. Next is to recognise where you are and who you are. like I said before, if you don't know where you are and who you are at the moment, then how are you going to change yourself? Instead, you need to be able to say, oh, I am employed as this, but I actually would rather be this. I have these relationships, but they're actually not really good relationships. I'd like to have these type of friends instead. Or I'd like to have this car. I would like to have this feeling. I would like to learn how to meditate. I'd like to do this. I'd like to do that. Know where you are compared to where you want to be, and know who you are compared to who you want to be. All of these things are just versions of yourself, or a traveling, like a distance, a destination, a journey of where you want to go. Don't keep thinking of it as this and a that. Instead, think of it as a journey, you know, a transition, a body morph, like shape-shifting. That's the one, a shape-shifting. Think of it as that. You're still you. You're just developing into a stronger, better, more confident you. The last one is to go with acceptance versus change. So as I keep saying for this whole thing, you need to accept who you are, but then you also need to change who you are, because there's different elements of what you can accept and what you can change. And I think that people get this confused, and that's why they don't end up bettering themselves. You need to know what you can change and what you can't change. And if you can't change something, then that's fine. You need to learn how to accept it, as hard as it may be. So for me, like, I've accepted that I'm probably always going to have anxiety. I won't always have it as strong as I used to, because I've learned how to cope with it a lot better. But I've accepted that I will always have anxiety. I will always have frizzy hair probably. Like, I don't really want to get rid of my curls. I love that hairstyle, my natural style. But I've accepted it rather than running from it. And once you've accepted it, that will be a really strong confidence builder for you. And so you need to aim to do those things, accept things that you cannot change, because there's no point wallowing in it. It's not going to help you better your life. It's just going to lead you to a horrible place and keep you in that place where you don't want to be. And then it's changing the things that you can change. So if you recognise that it's something you don't like about yourself and it's possible to change it, then change it. Stop moaning about it. Stop saying you're going to do it. Stop telling your friend. Just do it. It's as simple as that. Find out how to do it. The internet has everything you could ever want these days. There's no excuse for not typing in how to be more flexible, how to have a better job, how to follow my dreams, how to have a job that involves writing. You know, whatever you want to do, type it in on the internet, find a book about it, whatever, ask a friend about it, and find out how to get it done, and then get it done. So these aren't exact tips on how to better yourself, because everybody has a different version of the self that they want to be. I can't tell you that you should do yoga, because that might not work for you. For me, it's perfect. Yoga is a really great way of being more spiritual, and I probably will do a video of how I better myself, or I'm aiming to better myself. But in general, these are just the things that you need to do. You need to challenge yourself, you need to have a vision, you need to accept things, and you need to give yourself rewards. Basically just do more, try more, and see who you want to be, and see how you can get there. It's as simple as that. So thank you for watching this video. Stay tuned for the next one, and seek peace, guys. Bye.